Hi there everyone, and welcome back to the Artisan Collective. Last episode we built that thing over there, which by the way I kind of changed it up a little bit, and the whole goal was to continue the skyline that goes across here, and today I would kind of like to finish off that skyline over here and make something to kind of complete this slope that's created by these buildings. By the way, on stream we did kind of upgrade this, now it's a lot better, now it gets me all the resin, and yes, I did use resin in the design now, because it's a very nice orange block. I had to lay down some ideas for this area. I'm thinking since the mine is over here, we might as well start on the mine. Maybe do a few more different styled silos. In fact, so I do want to add more silos. I want to add more towers. I think it would be really cool to have a bunch of towers back here. I'm thinking maybe some silos that are more fit for the mine, maybe surrounding this place. And then of course, this has got to go. What even is this? We definitely need to upgrade our portal and get it going and looking much better, because right now this is so tiny. This doesn't fit. It don't belong. It don't look right. It's so empty. But with all things said, Emerald has invited us to go over to his place, so let's go see what he needs us for. Yes, sir. Every single time I go to your base, it's something very random.
I think you've been expecting this one for quite some time already.
Oh, it's something I've been asking for a while. Oh, I think I actually can already see it from here.
Well, there it is.
Did you do it? Is it completely done?
It is. Well, almost. I need like 11 skeleton skulls.
Why do you need so many skulls?
It's for my house.
Are you keeping dead bodies in the closet? What's going on?
A little bit more than that.
What do you mean a little bit more than that? Am I being trapped here? Am I being dragged here to be one of those bodies?
No.
Okay. Oh, no. No, actually, no. I think,
Yeah?
what are your motives?
What do you mean?
You have a, you know what? I don't think I want to know your motives.
What do you mean?
But you see nothing wrong with this.
What's wrong with this? It's a totem of undying. It's just made out of redstone.
So first you need skulls, and now you have what can only be described as a summoning circle below a floating bed with a bunch of candles surrounding. Why is there a chest back there? That seems so suspicious. I don't want to touch that thing. I'm not touching that. Why does that seem so suspicious? Empty little corridor with 2 stairs and a chest behind it. This seems like this opens up and drops down.
Oh no, I went through it. You see, it's all fine.
I don't trust that. Is that a trap chest? I don't trust it.
I opened it. See, nothing happened.
Oh, okay. That's creepy. I don't like that. I want to get out of that hallway. I don't like that. Why do I feel like I shouldn't be in this house as it turns nighttime?
Anyways.
Why were there no words? No. Why were there no words? Why didn't you answer that?
Answer what? There's nothing to answer.
Not you just shrugging off my words and going about as if I didn't say anything.
You said something? I just heard the wind.
You know, I think I might walk the other direction now. I don't like this. It's not nice to me.
There's some fault. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix the redstone. But there's supposed to be a trap door here, only activated through wind charges.
So I'm guessing there's a basement. Of course you would have a basement.
Yep, I have a basement. Now, what's inside the basement, I probably won't disclose for right now. Probably for your own sanity.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I want to know.
You like the spooky?
No, I don't like the spooky. The spooky scares me. It's spooky for a reason.
Anyways, got a nice horse to go along with that.
I was zoomed in on those flowers, so the moment I unzoomed, you're just like sitting right in front of me with a horse. I wasn't expecting you to be right there.
There's nothing scary about this house.
No, this house is definitely scary, especially at night. It's worse at night. I don't like it. I like that you have a starter base now. That's very nice, but no.
Can't guarantee your safety if you do sleep. Oh, no, there's a creeper.
Yeah, can't guarantee my safety. No duh. Where did it come from? That was some perfect timing.
Supposed to be not spawnable.
I can't guarantee your safety. Creeper comes out of nowhere.
I gotta go for now, but I'm glad you were able to see it.
I don't know whether I should be glad that you have a starter base now or not. Bye!
Bye.
Well, that was super nice of him to show us this. Still not sure how well I feel about it, with it being all creepy and all, but I figured let's leave him a gift, because he also gave me some shulker shells. We might as well leave it at his front door now that he actually has one. They'll actually see it here. Leave him a sign. Give him just a couple of shulker boxes of gunpowder. It's the least I can do, because he gave me like a ton of shulker shells to support my ever-growing addiction to buying shulker shells from Color. It's so bad, I'm broke. I'm so incredibly broke. I need to fix it soon. I think there's like 17 diamonds to my name. But let's go back now. No use in me staying over here in the creepy spot. But back here, I think it's about time we do something about this. So we got portal and we got entrance to the mine. Just realized, is this a floating island that's sitting over here? Why is there a floating island over here? What are you doing? Anyway, I think we do probably 1 silo here. There's a nice little clearing over here. Might do 2 over here. Seems like there might be enough space for 2. I do want to do them slightly different than over there. I'm thinking platforms, maybe. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but those metal platform ones where they're kind of sitting up high and they're filling up something. Just some kind of liquid. Actually, ooh, good idea. Liquid from the mines. We'll get some sort of radioactive liquid or something from down here. But then I'm also not going to do the same kind of styles that I've done over here. I think I've mentioned it in the past, but there's also other silos that kind of split up down the middle rather than rings like this. But then they also have rings like this, but they also split down the middle, and there's more sections to them. So I'm gonna see if I can actually recreate one of those. But I think it's about time we start on this. Enjoy the time lapse. See? And just like that, they're also complete. They are a little bit different from everyone else. Like I said, here's those vertical lines kind of splitting it up. Each one of these is made up of 2 little rings that kind of combine. No, not rings. Rings isn't the correct term. They're made up of metal sheets. 2 metal sheets. So the metal sheets kind of combine into this nice ring, and then it combines in layers, and it's still the same color palette, don't get me wrong. You still have your nice quartz blocks, your nice white concrete blocks, nice white terracotta blocks, your nice birch and oak blocks. Apparently I forgot to light up in here. Whoops, that's not safe. Ooh, that's definitely not safe. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. You still got the same color palette as those ones over there, just structured in a different way. Those are structured vertically, these are structured horizontally. And then there's obviously a little bit different of top that has a nice pitched roof, while this is very flat, very cylinder-ish. These are cylinders. I mean, I guess all the silos are cylinders. And I was gonna say circular, but I guess they're all circular as well. Flat though, they are very flat. But then of course I have these tubes running from up in these silos down and down into the mine. This one's actually hanging all the way down here until it kind of just gets shoved into the wall. I don't know where it's going. It'll go somewhere eventually once I actually do something with down here. I still have yet to decide what I'm doing down here. And then this one over here has another pipe, doesn't lead anywhere, just kind of trailing off here. It's not doing anything. But then this one also has one of those little bits that comes off the side where I guess ooze could kind of come down and spray out if it wanted to if we opened the hatch. There's not really anything in there right now. It looks quite empty with how I've done the shadowing effect. So of course it's kind of dry. It's not dripping anything. But speaking of ooze, we got these. The whole point I have these hanging down from different places and such is to actually fill these. These are supposed to be little canisters filled with nuclear ooze, just kind of sitting there. They're supposed to be used as the power for this farm. I know that sounds weird. Trust me, it'll be explained by the end of this video. Just trust me on that one, please. But yeah, these are going to be the power source. They're almost like batteries. And they are actually the same design that was used over here. Same design, just instead of lapis for water, it's slime for some kind of nuclear ooze. Because who doesn't like a little bit of nuclear ooze in their base? And then as you see, I built this as well. This is supposed to be like a little elevator thing for these tubes. It's supposed to help whoever runs the farm get them up this hill, because of course it's probably an old man. He survived the disaster that's caused everyone to eventually go into the mega base, which more on that later. Like I said a while back, this is supposed to be more dystopian once I get further into the mega base. So whenever I start saying stuff like survived a disaster or escaped a disaster, yeah, that's gonna start making more sense here in the future as well. Yeah, just in a little elevator for these tubes. And this thing did get changed a little bit though, because I didn't like the design, so I added these little beams in it just to kind of help it out. It didn't look too sturdy and it didn't look quite right. It was compared to the bottom of a tank, so that was pretty interesting. But I think these turned out pretty good overall. They definitely continue the theme that I was going for. I really wanted to continue that skyline, and I definitely think I did it. Look, there's a nice slope still. This one's kind of high compared to this one, but I think it works nicely. See? It does work nicely. Because then instead of using that as the reference, I use that as the reference. Yeah, that's right. I use that little stick there as a reference. So now it goes from bird to slab to slab to slab to iron bar to stick thingy with a lantern on it. And I know what I said about the decorations. Guess what? I'm using one. Deal with it. But I think I'm happy with it for now, so I think it's time for me to take a little break and introduce you to something new. Something that's been plaguing me and Richie for the longest time now off camera, and something finally needs to be done about it. So obviously, this is my base over here, like literally all this land. It's like as far as the eye can see, all that the light touches is mine, right? And then over here, you got Richie's base. We're very, very close together, as you can see. But then just over here, there's that thing. Now, for those of you that don't know, this thing in question is used for map art, specifically a white map art, specifically to use in infinity rooms. You know who owns an infinity room? Silent does. Silent owns an infinity room. So the only simple explanation is this is Silence. But anytime I'm looking at his base or he's looking at my base, well, I guess it doesn't work that way around, but anytime I'm looking at his base or he's looking out into the water or I'm traveling or anything else, we get met with this. Ugly, ain't it? We're so tired of running into this thing, and it can be seen from miles away. I mean, sometimes I like to play with my render distance all the way up, and this thing, oh, it's like a smack to the face. It's so ugly. So yeah, we've got to do something about this. To prove my point, this is what it looks like from a distance, by the way. This thing is so incredibly ugly. Richie! Richie! Oh.
Yeah? Yeah, I think you missed the island, buddy.
Yeah, I missed a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Hello.
Hi! Have you looked behind your base?
Yes, I have.
Something needs to be done.
Yes, you are correct. That thing is awful. It must go.
Might we go over there?
Yes, we shall.
So we're in the agreement that this thing is ugly, yes?
Yes, we are in agreement that this thing needs to go.
Good, okay. This thing's very large.
Yes.
How are we gonna get him to remove this?
I don't know. Somehow
it
we
needs
need
to be
to
removed.
yeah, somehow it needs to go away. It needs to go poop out of existence.
Where do we
But
even leave
first-
signs for him to?
Well,
Because he's never at his base. I swear he's never at his base.
true, but we don't know if, because obviously I know this is for his infinity room, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he locked it. So if we vote on this saying something like move or something, he will see it, right?
Theoretically, yeah.
If they're not locked. That is the if part.
We could go check. I mean, it's
We
as simple
could
as
go
just
check.
taking one off the wall. Cool, let's go over to Science
Okay.
Drop. I've copied the map. Have the map now.
Nice,
White
nice.
map. I might actually keep a copy of this for myself. Oh, Richie, they're
What?
not locked. Richie, they're not locked.
They're not locked?
They're not locked.
Yes! Yes! Thank you, Silence, for not locking them.
Because locked maps will say locked on them, like literally under the
Oh, do they?
map. And on his, they're not locked.
Nice.
Oh,
fell.
I couldn't be happier that those things are unlocked. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
Oh, it's gonna look beautiful.
So we made the map, got ourselves
Yes,
a little
we
guy.
made the map. Yep. His name is Steve.
His name is Steve. He's
Yep,
very cute,
Steve.
very mad.
Yeah, he's very, very, very mad.
And it just says remove the square, little exclamation point, or else, and then there's little Steve. Because if Silent doesn't do anything, I'm going to put more Steves in his base. Steves everywhere.
Yes.
And we made a music desk. Let's head over to his shop and set everything up. Okay, I cannot wait to see how this looks. This is probably gonna look horrifying.
Yes. I can tell you it is.
Oh,
my God.
no.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, it
It's-
completely ruins the 3D effect of this place, but oh my goodness.
It is amazing.
Well, he can't ignore it now.
We got Steve everywhere.
It's Steve and all his cousins. You got Steve
Yeah.
number 2, Steve Jr., Steve the 3rd, Steve Senior,
The fours.
Steve the 4th.
Steve the Great, Steve not so great. So where are we gonna put this?
There's
Okay.
totally space under here that we could work with. So the plan is to basically have it to where if you step on that pressure plate, it's gonna deactivate this redstone torch, which deactivates this, which drops the disc in. So press on the pressure plate, remove the square. Yeah, okay, that works. So that's the initial part, and then somehow we have to make this repeat. So the music disc, when it's done, goes into there and goes into that bottom thing. So now music disc gets played by that deactivating.
Okay.
This hopper drops it into the music box. It plays. When it's done playing, it drops it into the hopper, which then feeds it into the dropper, which then gets detected that it's in there and sends it right. So it's going to go over here. This detects it, powers both droppers, sends it it into this hopper, which sends it into this hopper, which then reloads the system.
Bet.
I think we're done here. He's doomed.
Or else.
Yes.
Or else.
Okay, it's set. No one
set.
step on the trapdoors.
Yes, no one steps on that door, or not that door, that trap door right there. Wait, no,
Except
the button.
Except for Silent. Silent can step
Yeah,
on
Silent,
the trap.
you go right ahead.
On,
Yeah,
on
you go
the,
right
on
ahead.
the pressure plate.
Yes, you go right ahead.
I think we're done here.
And we're off. We was never here.
Yep, we were never here.
No, definitely not. Nope.
All our work was done on the map. Yep, totally.
Yeah, all we did was the map stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Didn't
Yeah, we
create
didn't
an awful
do
music
the
disc
other-
that'll drive you insane. No, definitely not.
Yeah, total. No. We did not do that. No.
No.
You can't prove that we did.
Yeah, there's no proof.
And if you did, well, you're lying.
Bye, Richie.
Bye-bye.
Well, I think that was pretty successful. By the way, if you want to see the full thing, make sure to go check out Silent's video if and when it comes out. But I am done with that now. So now it's time to get back to building. Of course, we already got this done, so now it's on to the portal. Because I don't think I want little tiny portal me to be here any longer. It just looks like I turned into a portal with the little stick arms and my little head. This needs to go. Alright, let's get to building. It's complete! This is extremely inspired by one specific scene in Arcane. If you haven't seen Arcane, go give it a watch. I will not explain what scene it's from or how it's related, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't watched it. But I'm serious. If you haven't watched it, go watch Arcane. But I built the Anomaly. I built it from a perspective that's way up high. I didn't build it from a perspective that looks great on the floor on purpose, because I knew that this is supposed to be the background, so no one's going to really be walking around this area. If they're even over here in the first place, they're most likely going to be in the main area of the base, over there. So I purposely did it like this, whereas down on the ground, yeah, it doesn't look as good. Up in the air, it looks way better, and you have all these little loopies. This took forever to make. Let me just tell you, in the process of making this, I rebuilt it 3 times, lost my progress twice, rebuilt it again, decided that it wasn't good enough, started over. I think I went through probably about 13 to 17 iterations, somewhere around there. This thing took forever! But in the end, I got it! Look, I even got the spiral. Look at it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got the bubbles that go around. And I think it turned out great. But now that it's here, I can finally kind of explain the story, or at least the story of this area. So even though I know the fields are not in yet or anything, there is an actual story that goes here. So this is supposed to be a farm. I know it doesn't look farm-like right now, other than the silos maybe. But the whole thing is a catastrophic event happened, and that was this. A rift opened up some long time ago, I guess. And whoever lived here wasn't able to escape because they felt it was their duty to protect protect the land. Everyone else fled to the city that's going to be shoved over there. And the guy that's here kind of lived here, tried to tend to his farm, but as time went on, his farms were neglected, his plants and all that were neglected, animals neglected. I'm going to build a lot of plants over here, so a lot of stuff is going to be overgrown. Like, as you can see with the starter house, I mean, it's very quite overgrown already. And yeah, to start trying to find ways to kind of compress this, make sure it couldn't grow, couldn't spread. So then a mining operation was started to try and kind of bring up this nuclear ooze and store it in capsules that could be used as power. Obviously power for this thing, this little contraption over here. So we got these little tubes connected up to these little towers and these little pillars that, I'm sorry, but these were quite annoying to make as well. They're on a very, very strange angle, but it works, so I'm all happy. But then from each of these tubes, there's wires that connect to this little machine. Now these buttons don't actually do anything. They're just here. It's just here to be here. It just does decoration. And then obviously there's more containers and stuff. I got a few different kinds. Like this is a very chunky one. And then there's one back there as well. And then obviously this is being compressed to this little spot, but the land is starting to be ripped up by this thing. I mean, it's literally destroying the ground. We have little pieces of dirt and stuff flying up towards it, kind of being sucked in. And then of course we got the main little inside here. Very, very, very colorful. I will say this. It is extremely colorful. And it took a while to get everything correct because I wanted there to be that look just kind of like the real Anomaly where you kind of have the black outer side that's not entirely see-through, but then you still get some of that color that shows through, and I think it actually worked out pretty good. But now anyone who's entering or exiting my base has to go and they have to have an elytra. And they have to fly, and they have to try and land right here without hopefully hurting themselves. I have said this to a couple of different people. I have questioned if I should make a board somewhere in the base that's like death counter by people dying due to trying to get into my portal, because I have a feeling that there's going to be quite a few kinetic energies happening because of this thing. And then of course if you want out, you're going to have to glide too, and hopefully not fall into one of these holes, because there's not really a way to get up to it without your elytra. But can we just talk how coming through this thing? This is so much better. Like exiting through here and being on this little runway platform and kind of flying out through here to go see the base feels so much better than landing on the ground and having to walk and then fly or whatever. I don't know why, but it just seems such a nice entrance to everything. And then of course I'm gonna have paths that you can eventually land on and walk around if you wanted. But for some reason that just, the thought of having this little space here that you're having to fly through, like a precursor to the land. You get this nice chaotic space and you have to go out of it. It almost makes it feel like you're in a portal still as you exit the portal, which I don't know, it's a cool thing. But there's the bonus that it glows at night, so you can see it from even far away. I mean, it almost looks like a black disco ball from all the way over here. But now that it's in there, we finished our skyline. So now we have that finished slope that kind of slopes out, and actually this little hill back here helps finish out the slope for us. No buildings needed. And yes, this will always be very, very, very tall compared to the rest of the skyline. But in this area, it means that no other building can be taller than that skyline, except for maybe some like trees and stuff. But the trees will really just fill in this spot rather than be taller than everything, because it would not make sense to have a tree taller than this. Or any of these, really. So trees and plants to fill it in, but skyline is pretty much going to stay like that. But let's actually go ahead and use our new portal to go visit Sola's base, because she's invited all the artisans to do just a little bit of something. I'll explain when we get over there. So basically, Sola built on these islands, and there's actually a bunch of them. So I kinda want to claim one, because here's the deal. Each of the artisan gets to build something that kinda is like a home away from home. Like a little place to stay whenever we're at Sola's place. And she did mention that it's supposed to kinda resemble your base, so I thought, why not? Why not? I want to make one actually really, really badly. It'll force me to kind of build small for once, because I build big way too much. And it'll present a little bit of a challenge, I think. So I've decided that this is mine. I claim this one. No one else can have it. Looks like we're gonna be neighbors to Ate. I thought it was gonna be a nice little challenge, so just wanted to claim it real quick before anyone else could pick this spot, because I think it's a really nice spot. It'll be really cool to see what everyone does with it, because everyone is working with the exact same island, just pasted around. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of things that people come up with to try and fill their islands. Anyway, time to go back. Okay, I don't think I'm ever gonna get over exiting through there. I mean, that is the coolest. I love this thing so much. But for now, we got a bunch done. We got our portal built, we got the starting of the mine, we got to go put our name on one of Sola's islands, we pranked Silent, and I got to see Emerald's new house. It's so much done in one episode. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to maybe leave a comment, leave a like, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye!